Hello. So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about how Master Roshi, of all characters, has changed the way that I view, perceive, and want to go through life with the way he trained cute Goku and adorable Krillin. Those two are the cutest characters ever, along with Oolong. Okay, we're in the tournament saga. I am a new Dragon Ball fan, but not just a new Dragon Ball fan. I am obsessed, addicted, and very surprised by how much I have taken to this story when I thought I would never read it. I also did not expect Master Roshi, of all characters, to really impress me with the way he went about this. And mind you, this training that we're about to see as he trains Goku and Krillin for their martial arts and getting ready for this tournament, it's 3 to 4 chapters. And I had to reread it because I wanted to soak in everything he was telling them because it is so simple. Not everything they're doing. He has them doing some crazy stuff, but the process that he has them doing is so simple and so smart. The way he did this and touched on every aspect, the physical, making sure you're nourishing your mind, your body, but also rest, also eating and nutrition, and still having a full productive day, trying to get huge and achieve major goals, but also having fun. As a matter of fact, I have it here. He says, just train hard and enjoy life. Can you get that? And immediately I was like, oh, now, yes, that is simple, right? Train hard and enjoy life. But I think a lot of the time it's so easy to fall on the enjoy life side or the train hard side. I feel like a lot of people during my time period in college and when I was in law school and practicing as an attorney, I think there were a lot of us who really dug into that hustle culture where it's like you can sleep when you're dead and all this stuff that at the time it made sense. But when I look back, I don't remember having a lot of rest and a lot of enjoyment. There were moments, there were times, but it was just go, go, go. Really being able to be the best at whatever it is that you're doing. Now that I'm in my 30s, now that I've had time to not act like a robot all day, I see how much better things would have been if I would have applied a lot of what Master Roshi said. It takes patience and time and not rushing, but also not killing yourself. We get to see the first day of their training, and this is just going to be what they do every single day for the next 8 months. And I love seeing it because he has early morning training and then morning training. So they do this rigorous stuff in the morning, have breakfast, which is important, go do their morning training of plowing the fields, and then they do their reading, which Master Roshi, you are a strange one. That's all I'll say. But education, right? Putting that first, making sure their brain and their mind is being utilized. And then they have a nap time, which what? I didn't believe in naps in my 20s. Do you understand how I realized the damage I did to my body, to my mind? But sleep was not a thing. I saw sleep as a weakness. I saw sleep as a waste of time. I didn't want to do it, and I felt like I could be doing anything but sleeping. And now the benefits of that, I'm not saying I was never told to not be just completely crazy all the time and to take naps, but it just didn't seem like it had a purpose for me. I was like, no, I could be doing so many things, but how great is it to get your body and your mind relaxed, to be able to be your best self? And you see that with Goku and Krillin because after that, he has them swim and he has them do more things. So they have this full day of strenuous exercise, but it's a really productive day without it completely destroying them. And that's just not something that I dealt with. Even eating breakfast. I'm not saying, I know a lot of people don't like breakfast. I'm still somebody who struggles with breakfast, but I'm getting there. But Master Roshi really summarizes all of this in one great sentence that I will be printing out and putting on my wall. He says, move well, study well, play well, eat well, rest well. That is the Turtle Master way. How simple but powerful is that, right? And even though I have a much better grip on my life now, I still need these kind of reminders because all of these, at least for me, really matter to have such a fulfilling day in life. And something I also love is him making us understand the importance of repetition and patience in doing the same thing over and over again. Because for me, that was not a thing. I always felt like I need to just be doing more and more and more, not mastering something. And it could explain why I was just like, I did so much and I know so little because I was always on to the next thing. And they do the same thing every day. The only thing I think that changes is, it gets to be bigger fields that they're plowing, right? They may do something a bit longer. But it's doing the same thing, but expanding it, expanding those skills, expanding the basics, and getting those stronger and stronger to where you can do anything. Because once you have those basics down, you're just building on that, right? And for me, I typically would do everything. I want to graduate early. I want to get this done fast. I want to all this stuff to not even really retain it, to not build on it, to not take my time and truly understand a lot of things that I'm relearning in my 30s because I move so fast then. So to see them do that and to give Goku and Krillin credit, how great they took that in. Krillin and them, they would have their little comments, but it was more so trying to understand why he was doing this, but trusting the process, which is also very important and not stated, I guess, as directly, but trusting in the journey, which is also why I love this story in general, because it's all about the journey. Can we talk about the fact that he told them this, a lot of what they're doing is going to lead them to the tournament. But he says, I don't want you to think about the tournament about winning a title. It's not about that. It's about using the tournament to push you in your training. You guys, that would have been life-changing. That's life-changing for me now. Me, oh my gosh, years ago would have loved that because it has always been, even if I was only worried about myself doing my best, it was still about winning to some degree. And of course, they're going to still want to win, and it's natural to want to win. But that idea of utilizing an event, something that you're doing to make you better in the process. Oh my gosh, because if you're using that to push you, there's a lot of times it's inevitable that you will do great. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really putting your best foot forward, there is a chance you will do great. But when it's only on the win, I think that can distract you from what it takes to win. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gold. I am taking in so many things that are so impactful from Master Roshi. If only he wasn't so crazy. Oh my gosh, but I'll give him credit here. This was fantastic. And, despite the fact that they're not, at the end, whenever they're reaching the end of their training before the tournament, he tells them, I'm not going to teach you anything else but this. Because they're like, when are we going to do the actual martial arts? He's like, you're going to build on this. The only thing we're going to give you is a heavier turtle shell, which they're wearing that the entire time. It's amazing. And the thing is, even though he's telling them it's not about the win, he still has huge goals for them. He wants them to be able to run a certain distance in 5 seconds, right? He wants them to be able to push a huge boulder, even though they outdid what he thought they could do. I was very proud of them. He wants them to be able to go beyond the limit, which will put them at the top, right? And I've already seen the first part of the tournament, and you can see his teachings. It's incredible. It looks like at one point Goku taps his first opponent and wins. He wins by tapping him. And then our sweet Krillin, when don't get me started on those guys from his former temple who tried him. Krillin goes out and knocks a guy through the wall by hitting him or kicking him as hard as he could, and bam. So Master Roshi didn't have to teach them how to win. Them working on their skills is going to be the win. And I just love it so much, and I had to talk about that because that's what this channel is about, me obsessing over every little thing that comes to mind when it comes to things I love, and I just appreciate this training so much. You can have it all. It's just about balance. And the last thing, Master Roshi is encouraging. Master Roshi is never cruel. Master Roshi is a lot of things, but he is a solid teacher outside of the readings he had them do. But he literally will tell them Krillin, you got to move faster, Goku, X, Y, and Z, but he'll tell them when they're doing well. He doesn't have to put them down or yell at them. I mean, maybe one time whenever they wanted to skip the trainings, but even that was more of him wanting them to understand why it's so important to do that. But outside of that, he talks to them like they're human. There's this thing sometimes where it's like, I have to talk to you crazy for you to get it, or you have to accept me talking to you crazy to get it. And you can see that they do so much better with him. There's a moment where he's talking to some guy and he says, I think they're going to be great, or, they have the potential to be really good at this. And they're so excited. And he's not saying they're just perfect and they don't have things to work on, but he lets that be known, while also still making sure that they know, hey, you still got a ways to go. I love it. And I want to know, what did you think of this training? Because it had a really big impact on me. Clearly. But I want to know, especially if you read this when you were younger, did it help shape the way you approach life in any way? And even as an adult, did it help shape you? Because it certainly helped me, and I am in my 30s. So there you have that. I'm so excited to continue this journey. We're only at the very beginning of the tournament saga, and I love it. I love it so much. Let me know all your thoughts, comments, and just your anything about this topic, and I look forward to talking to you about it in the comments. Unfortunately, this video has come to an end, but of course, I'll see you in my next video. Until we meet again, go read the tournament saga because we will be talking a lot about that. So yeah, bye guys.